Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to have you here with me today. If you are new here, then welcome. My name is Rachel. I am the founder of Accountant She, where I am trying to disrupt the accounting world. I'm trying to change what it means to be an accountant, I'm trying to change what it feels like to have an accountant, and I'm trying to change what it means to be an employer of amazing accountants. In this video, we are going to be talking about how to choose the right accountant. And I was going to actually just make this a 20-second long video and say, you found me, you're in the right place. And if you want to book a meeting with me to become a client, you can use the links in the description of this video to become our client. However, it's not that simple, and I think for me, part of the process for us of growing and scaling really rapidly and really actually disrupting what it feels like to have an accountant, part of the work that I had to do in order to do that was really understand your journey right now. Where are you? Why are you at this point of looking to find an accountant? What's going through your head right now? And so in order for me to build an amazing experience for my clients, a wow experience and a wow onboarding process, I had to consider all of these things to map out my customer journey and to understand how I can serve you best. So let's get into how to choose the right accountant for your business. So once you've decided that it is time to hire an accountant for your business, the next step is to choose which accountant to hire. In my experience of working with over 600 clients within our amazing accountancy practice, I find that an accountant is very often the first and sometimes the only person external to them that people actually let into their business. And so it's really important to take the time to do this carefully. There's a few things that you'll want to consider first, and so I'm gonna walk you and talk you through those today. You'll need to think about issues such as the accountant's location, the division of workload and the clarity on that, the type of accounting software you'll choose, and what your relationship feels like. Consider how much you have to pay the accountant and whether or not they can help you to reduce your taxes and therefore increase their value to you just above the cost. It's in your company's best interest to have an experienced, capable person handling one of the most important areas of your business, which is your finances. The right person will save you time and money year after year. And so today I'm going to talk you through things that you should consider when you are choosing the right accountant. First up, ask yourself if location matters. So it used to be really important to have your company's accountant located nearby in your local town, village, or city. But today, more and more companies are collaborating online, using cloud-based technology to manage their businesses and to host their meetings. And so this means that actually location is much less of an issue. The pandemic really changed things for us as accountants and for you as our customers. And so with cloud accounting, you and your accountant can view identical real-time data at the same time, no matter where you are. The decision about where to find your accountant really comes down to what suits your company best. Depending on how you want to handle the finances, your accountant really could be based anywhere in the world or anywhere in your country. For example, if you are happy to collaborate via email, phone calls, video calls, or secure accounting software, then you could be in New York and your accountant could be in London. If your accountant can then be anywhere in the world, you don't need to make compromises based on location. That means that you can find somebody who really understands the specifics of your business and your industry. On the other hand, you may prefer face-to-face contact and just find it useful to have somebody who's able to have meetings with you face-to-face and visit your workplace. If this is the case, then you'll need to limit your search to accountants who work nearby or who are willing to travel to your premises from time to time. Wherever they happen to be based, make sure that they are an expert in the tax laws that apply to your business and your industry. So now that you've clarified whether or not location is important to you, it's now important to consider qualifications. For peace of mind, you should choose an accountant that's regulated by a professional body or recognised by the government. Chartered accountants are highly qualified professionals who have completed above degree level study alongside workplace experience and a professional competence program. An experienced and knowledgeable accountant can add value to your business from the very start of your relationship. If you expect your company to grow, it's a really good idea to hire a professional accountant at the beginning rather than later on. Of course, it's very possible to use accountants who aren't chartered or don't have an equivalent professional qualification for bookkeeping, tax preparation, or general financial management. However, you'll almost certainly need those higher chartered qualifications on your side if you as a business decide to go for a loan or if you're audited. If you're self-employed, it can also help with obtaining a mortgage. Next up, I want to talk about finding an accountant with relevant and appropriate expertise. So you'll need to find somebody with experience preparing tax returns and financial documents for companies of a similar size, revenue, and maybe industry to yours. If your company uses cloud-based software for a lot of your business, you'll need to find somebody who is savvy with cloud accounting. It's even better if they've worked with companies in similar market sectors to yours, because that will help them to understand the unique needs of you and your business. You might want to check to see if they have larger clients. If they do, it's a really good sign, as you'll know they should be able to handle your growing needs over time. You could ask them for a breakdown on their client list in terms of their clients' company's gross revenue and the number of employees that they have. You can find out how their clients have grown and developed over the years that they've worked together to get a sense of whether they'll be able to handle the evolving needs of your business. Next up, this is one of my absolute favourites. Ask for recommendations. When you are searching for an accountant, the ideal candidate might be right under your nose. Start by asking friends or family members who own small businesses if they would recommend their accountant. If they would, ask them why. And if they wouldn't, ask them why. The answers to both of those questions could prove useful at a later stage when you come to chatting to potential accountants. Bear in mind that choosing an accountant can be a very personal decision, and so what's right for your best friend's PR business might not suit your product-based or manufacturing company. Also, take into account different business structure when comparing price, and the best accountant for a sole trader might not be the best fit for your limited company with 10 employees and plans to take over the world. My next top tip is to decide in advance how the accounting work will be divided. So accountants can handle every aspect of bookkeeping and small business accounting. In most cases, you can bundle up your bills and your invoices and send them all over to your accountant, and they can do the rest. But this might not always be the best approach for you in terms of time and money. Accountants very often charge by the hour, so making them do simple data entry tasks is maybe not the best use of their time and your money. So before you chat to potential accountants, take charge and get more involved in the accounting process if you can. This will give you a better grasp of expenses and income in real time and a heads up on any potential accounting problems. For example, you might choose to enter the basic accounts data in-house and then hand the work over to your accountant. They can then handle the more involved tasks such as bank reconciliation, tax return preparation, payroll, and your corporation tax returns. Really good quality accounting software will make it really easy for you to take part in your accounting process while not doing everything. It will simplify tasks like invoicing, automatically sending invoices out and recording its contents at the same time. And if the accounting software is cloud-based, then you can give your accountant secure access to your accounts with the click of a button. My next tip is to get somebody who is proactive about saving you money. Some accountants will do little more than just manage your accounts and complete with tax returns, but the best accountants are the most proactive. So before choosing an accountant, ask what they could suggest to save your business money. For example, what proportion of your operating costs do they think that you can offset against your taxes? If you're a sole trader or you're a freelancer, ask them questions like offsetting percentages of your phone bills, car costs, rent or mortgage payments. What are the implications of doing that? The accountant should warn you of any pitfalls. For example, using your home as a business premises could result in a tax charge. Also, bear in mind that in most countries there is a very big difference between tax avoidance, which is usually legal, and tax evasion, which is very often illegal. You need an accountant who knows the details of tax law so well that they will be able to save you money in legal ways, but not one that takes things too far and risks causing your business to operate illegally. Be very careful about this because ultimately it is you, the business owner, who will pay the penalty if the law is broken. Okay, now that I have terrified you, it is time to talk about what software your potential accountant is using. So accountants very often have their own preferred accounting software or sets of preferred accounting softwares. The chances are that they'll have been in business for quite a few years and may have become very used to that type of software. So this can become a problem if your company uses a different type of software. There are potentially going to be issues in terms of sharing or handing over of data. Although it might be possible to export and import data in a suitable format, again, this can be very time consuming and lead to errors. So my top tip is to try and find an accountant who is using the same software as you. It's best if you can agree to use market-leading accounting software that's really easy to use and only exchange files that have been suitably encrypted. An even better option is to choose collaborative cloud-based accounting software with encryption built into the platform. This will mean that you don't have to worry about the risks involved in exchanging data back and forth. Next up, my next top tip is to chat to several accountants before you decide. On every single prospective client call I take, I tell the business owner that I'm speaking to chat to other accountants. As with anything else in life, do not automatically accept the first offer you receive. Arrange things in such a way that you can compare a selection of accountants with each other. Then it will be easier to determine which one is best for your business. A prospective client call can be a very powerful way to see how well you're likely to be able to work with a person. A series of those conversations with potential accountants will not only help you to better define the type of accountant that you need, but also gain you valuable advice from those prospective accountants. This may even help you determine your own business requirements more clearly as you speak to more people. My next tip is on fees. There's no simple universal method that accountants will use to charge by. Some will charge by the hour, some might charge a monthly retainer, and others could charge you a percentage of your turnover. It's also important to consider the accountant's resources and the accountant's company. So if you have an unqualified one-man band, you could expect those prices to be significantly cheaper than a chartered practice with a team of support available to you. As a small business owner, negotiation should already be part of your skill set, and if not, this is a great time to learn it and apply it here. Make sure to get written quotations from all of the accountants that you chat to, and then go away, compare them based on service, price, and value, and then consider a range of scenarios. It's important to look at the quotes and consider a range of scenarios. One fee structure might make sense while your business is small, but it could become less attractive as it grows. Nothing is set in stone, and so you could ask for a combined method of charging or a sliding scale based on your turnover or your growth. The accountant might not agree to your proposed fee structure, but if you don't ask, you'll never know. My next top tip is to do background checks. It is really important to talk to some of your prospective accountant's clients before you sign on the dotted line. There are lots of professional services out there that you can use to help you do this, but if the accountant is genuine, it's really likely that they will be willing to give you a selection of contacts for references. This will help you to confirm some of the information that the accountant has provided to you, and it will also enable you to hear firsthand about the relationship that the accountant has with other clients. Be sensible when you contact referees, don't weigh them down with lots and lots of questions. A 10-minute telephone call is likely to tell you far more about your prospective accountant than a very full and formal page of written answers will ever give you. My next tip is to grow with your accountant. If all of this and this video so far sounds more like a marriage than a business relationship, there's actually a really good reason for that. Your accountant will become intimately involved with the operation and growth of your company, and so it's not a decision to be taken lightly. An accountant is for life, not just for Christmas. You need somebody who you can trust, who has the necessary experience, and who will be there for you when you need them. Good accountants can help companies to grow by managing complex financial work and offering advice on practical business issues. This will be guaranteed to save you money in the short and long term. The best accountants will be your partner in all but name, and as long as you choose wisely, you can't go wrong. My final top tip when it comes to choosing an accountant as a business owner is, do they pass the vibe check? One of the best bits about being self-employed, and I say this from personal experience, is the ability to choose who you work with. It is so important to consider everything that I've spoken about in this video so far, but I'd say most importantly, listen to your gut. Being able to work with, collaborate, and grow with people that you love and people that you trust is really, really important. And so when you are comparing different accountants, choose somebody who you get a really good feeling about. Choose somebody who you actually really want to work with. If you're speaking to accountants, I would encourage you to close your eyes and imagine that person calling your phone, and choose the person that you would really want to answer the phone to. As I said at the beginning of this video, all of the points that I've just discussed are things that I as a business owner, I as an accountant, and I as somebody that wants to help small business owners to grow and scale is something that I have very carefully considered when mapping out the onboarding process and the client experience. And so I really, really hope that this video has been helpful. I really hope this video helps you to find an accountant. And actually, I would be silly not to say this at the end of this video. If actually through the process of watching this video, you think that you would quite like to work with me, you can use the link in the description to this video to book a call to become a client. Please do let me know in the comments if you think that there is a top tip that you would recommend when trying to find an accountant. Please don't forget that the best way to support me as a creator is by subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you again very soon.